And boom, we are live. And in today's video, you are going to be learning 3 ways you can promote your no content book and make more sales to your books. You are welcome to my channel. My name is Chichi Barnabas, and here's where we teach you all the tools and the tricks and everything you need to become a published author. We'll take you from step 1 to step done. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how you can promote your books. If you have not created a low content book before now, please make sure to watch this video on the top left here. That is where you will be able to create your low content book. I've taken you through a step-by-step process on how you can create your low content book. And in today's video, I am going to be teaching you how you can add that low content book to more categories so you can give your book more exposure. And then I am also going to be teaching you how you can create A+ content for that very book and make more sales doing that. And lastly, you are going to be learning how to create Amazon ads that will give your book more exposure and thereby help you to make more sales. If you stay with me to the end of this video, that is what you're going to gain. You will have your book added to more categories. You will have your A+ content created from scratch and added to your book. And you also have your book listed on the Amazon ads for more profits. So stay with me till the end of this video. If you are just new to my channel, please do well to like this video, subscribe, and share this video to as many people who will be interested in this content. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always staying around and watching our videos. I can't be thankful enough. Without wasting time, let's log in and begin the process. If you have followed my content, especially the last video I created last week on how to create from scratch a no content book and upload to the Amazon platform, then this video is what you need next to do with your book. And by the way, the book we created last week went live on after a period of 5 days. I don't know why it took that long, but this time I was able to upload the book and it lasted for 5 days and the book went live as you can see it right here. So like I mentioned before, the first thing you're going to do is to be adding your book to more categories. Now the question that always comes up is, where do I get all the categories that I am going to be adding my book to? So what you're going to do to get categories is this. Simply head out to Amazon.com, and once that loads up, what you need to do is, in order to get the categories you're going to be adding this book to, what you need to do now is to type your major keyword right there. Of course, we created our own book around grade 10. So what we're going to do is just to type in grade 10 and see what shows up. We are going to set that to books and not leave it on all. And here you can see that already some other books have been published around this keyword. Now what you're going to do is just to open the books and then see the categories that these authors are using for their own books. Your book can also come under that kind of a category. So just open the books. I'm not going to be doing that right away, but open the books and look at the categories. In fact, I have dedicated a complete video that teaches you how to get your categories and also how to email Amazon to add your book to more categories. So here is just a demonstration. If you would like to find that video and watch, just check the video on your top left right here. Once you watch that video, you will see that I have broken down this process in 17 minutes and I've taught you everything that you need to do in order to get categories that you can add to your book. So that is one way you can do that. And then another way you can also find categories is to head over to a website called Kindle Ranker. So Kindle Ranker is another tool that you can use to find categories. So right here you can type in your keyword and then it will sort out and bring up all the categories that are related to your book, and you can pick those categories that you would like to include your book in. And here you can go to the categories and you can set Of course, you can check by author, by title, by description, or publisher. And of course, I have dedicated a full video that teaches you how to do all of this. So you just need to go and watch that video and you will be good. And once you do that, you will be able to gather enough categories that you can add your book onto. So once you follow that video, you'll be able to find category for your book, and you will also see how you can send Amazon an email to get your book added to more categories. Now that we are done with that, the second step of how you can promote your no content book is to create an Amazon A+ content. Of course, you are aware that no content books are no longer allowed the feature of the look inside, and that is where the A+ content is going to be playing a major role. So you will just add that to your book to enable readers to see the content of your book, even if they are not able to use the look inside feature. So that is what we're going to be doing right now. In order to create your A+ content, here are the simple steps you are going to follow, and make sure you follow me carefully as I go through this process. It's a little bit tedious, but if you follow me closely, you will know what to do. So first of all, we are going to get a one page of our interior. Remember that we use BookBoat to create our interior. So we'll come back to BookBoat and just come and create one page interior. Of course, we'll go through the process of selecting the paper size that we used the last time. Last time we used 7.5 by 2.25, and then you are going to be downloading one page that you'll be using as part of your A+ content. So once you select that, no blade and the size and one page, then you will click on download. Once you click on download, it's going to open up for you to be able to download your one page. Now the page has opened up. What you're going to do next is to hit on download. You can see download right here. So you're going to be downloading this one page. But remember that this one page is going to be in PDF. And you are going to be using this one page in Canva later to create your A+ content. And in Canva, you can upload your PDFs. So what you will do after downloading this page is to head on to Google and just go and type in PDF to PNG converter. So once you do that, the first one that shows up here, you just click on it, and what you do is to import the PDF one page just downloaded, and then you add it up there, and the website is going to convert the PDF into PNG for you. And they're going to be you're going to be downloading that, and once you download that, it's going to be coming in a zip file. You will just unzip and you will have your one page interior. I hope that is clear. Now, after that is done, the next thing you are going to do is to go back to Canva. Remember that in Canva, you also created the first page that was titled "This Book Belongs to." You are going to maintain that page also. So we are going to head back to Canva now, and what we're going to do in Canva is simply to download that one page also. Let's head over to Canva. Right, now that we're in Canva, you can see that the page is created is there. This book belongs to. If you have not created this one, you just use the same site to use in downloading your one page interior for this same purpose. If you watched that video I created last week, then you will be able to do this with ease. So what I want to do right now, remember that you downloaded this page in PDF before. Now you're going to download it in PDF. You are going to be downloading it in PNG. So what you're going to do is to download this page. So it's just head over to download to share there, and then you go to download, and then you select the page. That's page 1. I'll select that. Select page 1. Done. And you are going to be downloading this as a PNG. So right now we've got two downloads. One is the single page interior, and now is the "This Book Belongs to" page. We are also going to be downloading just one of these. So after that is downloaded, the next thing you are going to do is remember that you created your book cover. The final book cover you created and uploaded to the Amazon KDP, you are also going to go and download that book cover again. Remember that when last time we downloaded it in PDF, but now you are going to be downloading it as a PNG. I hope that is clear. So right now, here is our book cover. And what I'm going to be doing in this book cover is simply I'm going to be downloading it again, no longer in the PDF file, but in a PNG format. So you just go to the downloading phase again, just like I did in the last one, and you will be good. Once you download this, then you are ready to proceed to the next phase. So now this is the next phase. In the next phase, we are going to go back to this page belong to page, and what you will do now is you are going to be uploading the book cover you just downloaded. So you just hit on upload and you will upload the book cover you just downloaded. You can see mine has already been uploaded. So what you need to do is just to create another blank page, and then you put your cover over the blank page and you will scale it up like that. So you can see now it looks like we have just created the front page of our cover. We are going to be needing this in order to create a mock-up for our cover. So scale that up, and then once you do that, you are going to be downloading this cover that you have created, this one page cover. Now you're going to be downloading it as a PNG and no longer a PDF. Why are you going to do that? You're going to do that because this is the cover you're going to be creating your book mock-up. Once you have this cover downloaded, the next thing you're going to do is to head over to a website called DIYbookcovers.com. DIYbookcovers.com. Now that this site has loaded up, the next thing you are going to do is you have a list of mock-ups here that you can pick from and use for your book. Of course, we have the single and the composite, but we are going to go with the single. And for the purpose of this video, I am going to select this one right here that we're going to be using for that purpose. So you will click on it, and once you select the one you want for your book, of course you can use any of this if you so like. You are going to be clicking on next, and then once you hit on next, what you need to do is to go to your browse category. You browse here, and then you are going to that one page cover of your book that you downloaded. You're going to be uploading that cover here in order to create your mock-up. So this book belongs to one is the one we use for that purpose. And then once you upload it, what we're going to do next is to hit on upload, and it is going to upload. So just watch it. When it gets to 100, then that means it is already uploaded. Now sometimes it may take a while for it to upload. Just wait for it to upload. Now you can see it has been fully uploaded. So what you would do is just to hit next, and then already your 3D cover has been created. All you need to do now is to hit on download. So you just hit on download PNG. Of course, it's going to be downloading it in numbers. You can change that later, but you just click on that and hit download, and then your mock-up is ready. And here is how it is going to look like. Yeah, so you can see this is a great example of our book mock-up, and that is what we have used that site to do. So now we have three things ready. We have the interior one page ready. We have the interior this book belongs to ready, and now we have our book mock-up ready. We are almost getting set for our A+ content to be created. So now the next thing you are going to do is you are going to get images that you will use for your A+ content. And there, in order to get these images, I'm going to be taking you to two websites that you can get the images for your A+ content. Now follow me and let's do that immediately. So in order to get images for your A+ content, you can either use a website called pixabay.com. Let's go there, pixabay.com. And in pixabay.com, you can simply come to the search box and type whatever it is that you want. And here I want to get a vintage background for my A+ content. So I'm simply going to type in vintage background. And you can see that we have a lot of backgrounds here. So I'm just going to be looking for the one that is a little more plain so that my content can go on. And for the purpose of this video, we are just going to pick on this one. I love this, so I'm going to pick on this one. And once you pick on any, you will simply head on here and click on free download, and you will be able to download that. So the next, we are going to use another website called freepik.com. So here we are on freepik.com, and here, in order not to waste time, all I typed in to check was just happy college students. So you can see that we have a lot of free photos here that we can use for the purpose of our A+ content. So you can decide to pick on any of the images here that is going to suit the kind of thing you are going to do. And by the way, even your keyword is going to be based on what you want to do. So here is a place I found the image that I am going to be using for my A+ content. I have many of them here. You can choose the one that best suits what you are trying to achieve. So now that we have gotten all these things ready, then we are going to begin to create our A+ content. By the way, some images here are premium, some are free, so you just adjust it to free and get the ones that are free in order to use for your A+ content. So now we have a single page editor ready. We have a single page this book belongs to ready. We have a bookmark of ready, and we have two stock images ready that we're going to be using to create our A+ content. So what we're going to do next is to go to Amazon and see how we can get the right size that we can use to create our A+ content. Now come with me. So in order to create the A+ content for our book, what we're going to do is this. We simply come to where a book has been published and look at these three dots. We'll click on that, and then we will click on promote and advertise. So just hit on that, and then as soon as that opens up, you see that we have the option here to run an ad campaign. We have the A+ content right underneath. So what we're going to do is we will come over here and choose the marketplace we want to run our A+ content in. So here we'll go to Amazon.com, and then we'll just hit on manage A+ content. Of course, if you want to see some examples, some guidelines, it's good that you can take a look at this place and read about the guidelines here, and as well as see the examples. But we're not going to do that right now, so we'll click on manage A+ content. Once you click on manage A+ content, a page will display. Maybe perhaps you've not done this ever before. Yours is going to be blank. I've done some of my books, and that is why you can see it is showing up here. You can see that they are all approved. So what you're going to do once you get to this page, even if it is blank, you are just going to click on start creating A+ content. So that's what we're going to do next. Why are we doing this? So that we can get the size of the A+ content we're going to use. So we hit on start creating A+ content, and that is going to open up. So right here, we are not going to be concerned with the rest of what is happening here. What we're going to be doing next is to click on add module. So this is where we are going to be selecting the module that we will use for our A+ content. We have a number of them here, and you can choose, pick and choose, and use any of these for your A+ content. We have a good number of them here. Though for the purpose of this video, we are going to be selecting the standard one, standard image header with text. This is the one we're going to be using for that. So since it's the one we're going to be using, we'll just click on it and it will open up. And once it opens up, it is going to be showing us the size. So the size here is in pixels, and that's 970 by 600. So it means that the images we're going to be creating that we'll be adding here are going to be 970 by 600 pixels. So this is what we're going to be taking to Canva with all the other stuff that you have gathered in order to create your A+ content. So we are heading over to Canva right now to create that. So on Canva, you come over here. So once Canva loads up, you remember that if you were creating your book cover, you can use inches, but here I'm going to be using pixels. So you are going to type in 970 by 600 and you simply hit on create, and that will open up a new page for you. Great, so our new page is here. So now that your new page is here, opened up, the next thing you are going to do is you are going to be uploading all of this stuff, the 5 things that you have created. You are going to be uploading them to Canva to begin creating your design. So you head over and click on uploads, and of course you can see that for me I have already uploaded all of this. So if you have not uploaded, you are going to do that. Look at what I uploaded. First, I uploaded the interior, so you can see that the interior is here. I've also uploaded the This Book Belongs to page. I've uploaded my 3D mock-up and the background that I downloaded from pixabay.com, as well as a photo I got from freepik.com. So these are the 5 things that you need to upload. If you don't have them ready now, you need to go back and watch this video again. I've explained how you can get them ready and have them uploaded here. So once you do that, you can begin to create your design. Let's duplicate this page. So first of all, you are going to start with your background here. So you just click on that and you set the image as background, and double click and then adjust it a bit. So that is that, and click done. And here you can add, see your book cover is there. Have it right there, and then you can add these other pages. You make them smaller. Make them a bit smaller. You add the second one, make it a bit smaller. Turn it a bit. Turn this also a bit. Make it up smaller. You put it over there. Of course, you can shift this. Shift this also. Make it a little bit more. Can use the arrows on your system to shift it. That's what I'm doing now. So now that this is done, you are just going to be adding shadow to this back, to these covers. Click on image. You can see that shadow is there. Just click on it and then you pick this shadow. Pick the shadow, and then you click on apply. That has been applied. Go to the second image, you pick that shadow again, got it right there, and then you click on apply. You can see that our design is beginning to come out. And of course, you will just find a very enticing title for your A+ content. As for me, what I decided to do was just to go back to the document that I created where I had my book title and the rest, to pick from there use of it. So you can see in my book description I wrote, get creative with this cute creative composition notebook. You can use something like that, or anything that you use for your book description. You can choose that, or any other thing that is enticing to the customer, you can choose that to use. So I picked that, and you can see I already created this A+ content to the finish, and I just wrote over there Qt Grade 10 composition notebook. You can use the same or something else, and then Qt Grade 10 composition notebook that suits your creative needs. That was what I decided to come up with, and then I arranged that way. So you can say if you want to tilt this, you can just turn it a little bit like I did in that one. And then for the font, I just went to text and I picked this text over here. So I just did that and I went and ungrouped that. And then you just take whatever it is that you want to write. Let's say you just want to write Grade 10 composition notebook. You pick that, copy that over there, get back, double click or Ctrl A and Ctrl V, you paste it there, you reduce the size, push it to 48, stretch that out, and put that to the center, and boom, you can see you're already having your design come out. If you have other things to add, I use this text to add other things. We try to say keep your creativity alive. Keep your creativity alive. So whatever it is that you want to do here, you can do. If you want to add additional effect to your text, of course I ended up with red, but of course I used the shadow. I used white in the background, and then you can still do some more settings here. If you want to add blur to it, you can do that, and boom, you are getting it over there. So you can decide to change the text color, change it to red. That's what I use, so you can choose any of that. Now you can see I put something under this. So you can achieve that is quite straightforward. Just go to elements, and then you pick a shape there, and you will just stretch it. And then you make it smaller. And then you can use your arrow to shift it up. And then you can change the color. There I used this dark blue. And then for the font, I used white. So that's how you can achieve that. Of course, we shift that there. So great, you just arrange everything, make sure it is all balanced, and then that is how I got that created. So the next one was I still went back to my uploads, and then I picked that photo, right click and set as background, double click, I expanded it a bit, and then I shifted it down so I can have space to write on top. So click on done, and then I went back here, I copied that, come over here, paste it, and then I went to my box again and I picked a line out of my book description that has been copied, and then you are just going to add it there, Control V, and then you will resize it. Let's say 36 and see how it's going to look like. And so what I did, change that like that. And then you can use your arrows. Click outside and use your arrows to shift that. And you see that the color is not popping. So what I'm going to do is I use white on the fonts, and then for the text effect, all I did was I put black underneath, and that was how it came out that way. And then you keep arranging it. If the size seems to be too much, you can reduce it. Then let's put 34, enter. Okay, 34 seems to be better. And that was what I did over there. And then coming here, I added some other stuff to make it stand out the more. So here's what I did. I just went back to elements and picked this shape and stretch it. Dropped it around there, and I picked a circular shape and I added it over there. So, and then you can make them white. That is white, and then this one also white. So, and then you click on the back cover, you lock it, and here you can take this tool and duplicate, Ctrl D. So you just go to the back one and change the color. So I think I'm okay with the dark blue, and then you can add this one on top. Choose that. Then you can make that dark blue. Highlight these two, go back, you group them, and then you can move them up. So now that is done, and you go back to your uploads, just pick your book, turn it a little bit, and then you bring it over here, and then you just go back to, and then just copy part of the book description, copy that, and I came back here, and I just say Ctrl V, and that has been pasted. Change it to the smaller size. Let's put it on 12, see? And then click outside, take it right here. You make the font. So okay, let's go with red. The font to be red, and the alignment to become that. That is quite small. You can expand it. And remember, these are bullet points, so you just click inside there, and then you add the bullet. You do same here. Add the bullet. Then you add the bullet, and then you can shift that back. Until it fits in nicely, and shift your book cover a little bit and allow it to fit in nicely. So that was how I got this created. So now that we have created and have our A+ content ready, all we need to do is to just download it and go back to Amazon and continue with the process of downloading. Is still the same. Just head over here and then you click on download and you are good to go. So what we're going to do now is to head over to the Amazon A+ content. So here we're going to be putting a name, This is just going to be composition, grade then composition notebook, grade then composition notebook. So that is the title. So what we're going to do next is to click here in order to upload our image. So we'll click on add image. Of course, image description, you can say grade then, ready there. So click on that and it will open up and you pick your image and then upload. So we've got the first image there. We just open it over there. And then we'll click on add. You can see that is being added. And if you have something else to write, you can write. We're not going to be putting any write-up there. We already put all the write-ups on our A+ content design. So we'll just add another module. We're still going to use the same like we did the last time. We'll go over there. See, students. Let's put college students or happy college student. Happy college students. So click there and then add the image. Pick that, open, and see that's there. So that has been added. So now that that is done, we'll come back here and copy our ISBN number because we are going to be needing it. We'll copy that, we'll head over here. And so we have added the both that we wanted to add. So what we're going to do next is to click on apply the ISBN number. Just go there, Control V, added the number, click on the book, and we can see it's there. Then we can click on apply content. So once you can see it's eligible, once that has been applied, then we can click on review and submit. So it's going to open up. You can see that's our A+ content right there. That is on the mobile on the desktop. So that is done. So we can now click on submit for approval. And then we'll just hit on submit. And of course, you can see that changes have been saved. Your content has been successfully submitted for approval. So after a while, Amazon is going to get back to us to let us know if our content was approved or not. So that is how you are able to create your A+ content. I guess that was simple. Now, the last thing we're going to do before we call off on this video is to run Amazon ads for our book. So just go back to our Amazon account. We still go back to this place and click on promote and advertise. And this time we are not going to be using the A+ content, but this time we're going to be running the Amazon ads instead. So click here. You choose our country and then we head over to create an ad campaign. So as soon as this loads up, if you have not created an Amazon ads account before, they may be asking you for more details Of course, it's just going to be your payment details, your address and stuff, which you can simply do. If you don't know how to do that, subsequently I'll create a video on how you can do that from the scratch, or you can search around on YouTube and find other videos that may have been teaching that. So now we just click on the sponsor product. Of course, I already have an Amazon Ads account, which is why it just opened up straight away. So here, all we're going to do is this. Follow me closely as I create this ad campaign in less than 5 minutes. So of course, in the ad format, you can either choose to use a custom ad or a standard ad. For this, let's just go with the standard ads. So we choose that over there, and then here you can choose your campaign name. So we're just going to call that composition notebook. Great then composition. So that has been done. So we are going to be, of course you can see our product is already showing up here. If it is not showing up, then what you are going to do is to search for it using the ISIN number to add. You can see it has already been added. So now that is done, we are going to move over here, and then on targeting we're going to be using automatic targeting. So that is that, and then we have a default bid selected to 75. We're going to be changing that. Let's use 47 instead. Of course, you can bid lower than that. So go 47. Of course, you can even bid 20 cents, 30 cents, as the case may be. So I'm going to bid out 27. And then when you come down to campaign bidding over here, make sure you click on dynamic bids down only. So you click on that, and then your campaign name still going to be the same thing. So that is there. Of course, you can add it to a portfolio. I'm not going to add it to that. And our start day is today, the 16th, and then we have no end date. And then our budget, we're just going to be putting $5. So $5 is there. So here's simply what we did. We just came to choose a format, ad format, and we said it was standard. You can go with custom if you have something to write. Custom will allow you to write more about the ads. And then our ad group name, let's just leave it at Great Day. So that is there. And then our product, we have found it and it has been added. And then we are going to be running automatic ad and not manual ad. So that's how you run automatic ad. You just click on automatic, and then you set your base there. Of course, sometimes it can suggest bids here for you, but I'm just going to go with that for our book. If you have negative keywords and stuff, you can do that. You can work on that later when your campaign has been launched. And then here you make sure you select bids down, and then you just set in the commission, your campaign name, you can add it to your portfolio, a start date, and your budget, and you are done. That is how simple it is to launch a campaign. So you just hit on launch campaign. Congratulations, so your campaign has been launched. Now Amazon will go through it, they will vet the campaign and see if it is what can be published on the Amazon Ads platform. And once that is gone live, Amazon will let you know again that your composition notebook has been available on the Amazon Ads platform. That is how simple it is to promote your low or no content book. I hope that this content has been valuable to you. If it has been, please like this video or share it, give it a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe. If you are returning to subscriber, thank you for always being here, and do well to share this content. Now I know you may have questions. If you do have questions, don't forget to leave your questions in the comment below, and I will come around and answer all your questions, and make sure I always do that. So please, thank you very much for investing your time to watch this video, and until then, see you in our next video. Bye bye for now.